By now, you've probably heard the buzz that First Man is the best space movie since Apollo 13. And I think that's true. But now I'll tell you why that might be a blessing and a curse. Director Damien Chazelle and Ryan Gosling have definitely left La La Land for this epic biopic about the first man to walk on the moon, Neil Armstrong. And favorable comparisons to Ron Howard's Apollo 13 are to be expected, and they're well deserved. This film is every bit as compelling as 13, and I expect it'll succeed with critics and Oscar voters alike. But those same comparisons may be the reason First Man fails with many moviegoers, because people expecting another e-ticket thrill ride through the cosmos are probably going to be largely disappointed in this one.
Now it is time to take longer strides. Time for a great new American enterprise.
First Man is not a movie about NASA or the space race or even the Apollo 11 mission. This is a largely earthbound character study of Neil Armstrong, the man. It offers deep insight into his life before making lunar history and his relationships on terra firma with his wife, children, and fellow astronauts. So if you're looking for another Apollo 13, don't bother.
Do you think you're coming back?
We have a real confidence in the mission, and there are some risks, but we have every intention of coming back.
But you might not.
Where this movie really succeeds to me is in its visual storytelling. Chazelle shoots most of the film handheld and very tight, creating tension and drawing viewers into the frame.
All these protocols and procedures to make it seem like you have it under control.
The action sequences, like training scenes and rocket launches, are shot in close-up and cut quickly, and combined with some really awesome sound editing, they make you feel claustrophobic, like you're right there in the capsule with the astronauts. Even in the quiet moments leading up to launch, the creaks and groans of the spacecraft give us an idea of the uncertainty these men must have felt sitting in that rickety bucket strapped to 6 million pounds of dynamite.
Do you question whether the program's worth the cost in money and in lives?
You're down here and you look up and you don't think about it too much, but space exploration changes your perception.
Ryan Gosling does a great job as Neil Armstrong. That geeky kid from Remember the Titans is all grown up and he delivers a great performance, as does Claire Foy as Janet Armstrong.
Those kids, they don't have a father anymore.
To me, First Man is ultimately a visual metaphor for Neil Armstrong's emotional detachment and isolation. The film is filled with shots that visually depict that detachment, but the most poignant is the very last, in which Neil and Janet are separated by a pane of glass in a quarantine room, a physical representation of the metaphorical wall between them from the very beginning. First Man is a great movie, and I highly recommend it, provided you know what you're getting into and it's your cup of tea. And let me address the elephant in the room. There are shots of the American flag on the moon. Now, granted, we never see Neil Armstrong actually plant the flag, but that's hardly the point of this movie, so chill out. Seriously.
We have serious problems.
We've got this under control.
You're a bunch of boys. You don't have anything under control.